It may sound strange, how can poison save lives? So today we are gonna go back in history and find out about this world-renowned poison or life-saving drug which millions of people around the world uses every day. By now you must have guessed about what we are gonna talk about. If not, let's get started. It all started with some dead cattle, and the year was 1921. There was an outbreak of a previously unrecognized cattle disease in the United States of America. These cattle were dying from internal bleeding and extensive bruising. Cattle were bleeding even after minor procedures and on some occasions spontaneously. So Canadian veterinarian Frank Sofield in his investigation found out that all the affected cattle had eaten mold silage made from a sweet corn plant. Hence the disease was known as sweet-clover disease. In 1929, North Dakota Dr. Lee M. Roderick demonstrated that the condition was due to the lack of functioning prothrombin. What is prothrombin? It's a kind of protein that helps to clot the blood and stop bleeding. Roderick referred to the acquired coagulation disorder as a plasma prothrombin defect. Many farmers did not follow the advice not to feed mold hay to their cattle, so the disease remained prevalent even a decade later. However, the substance in the moldy silage that led to the lack of prothrombin was still a mystery. It was until June 28, 1939, when Dr. Carl Link and his student Harold Campbell isolated the anticoagulant called dicomarol. Dicomarol was a product of the plant molecule coumarin. Dr. Link's work was supported by the Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation. Hence, the decision was made to name a more potent molecule synthesized from the coumarin-based anticoagulant called Warfarin. Yes, it's the same medication that is used as an anticoagulant or blood thinner. It is the commonly used medication to treat blood clots such as deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism, and to prevent stroke in people who have fibrillation, valvular heart disease, or artificial heart valves. All these conditions can be fatal if it had not been Warfarin. But it did not have a straight humble beginning, instead of which its first approved use wasn't as a medicine to human. Instead, it was approved as rat poison, and for which it is still sold until this day. Everything changed after an incident in 1951 when a young naval officer attempted suicide with multiple doses of warfarin, rat poison at that time, but was successfully saved with a dose of vitamin K, by then known as a specific antidote. Studies then began on the use of warfarin as a therapeutic anticoagulant. The main advantages of warfarin are high oral viability and high water solubility. In 1954, it was approved for the clinical use in humans under the trade name Coumadin. An early recipient of warfarin was US President Eisenhower, who was prescribed the drug after having a heart attack in 1955. This incident also added more popularity to the drug, and it was said that what was good for a war hero and the President of the United States must be good for all, despite being a rat poison. The mechanisms of action of warfarin was not discovered until 1978, when John Sweet and his colleagues demonstrated that warfarin disrupts vitamin K metabolism by inhibiting the enzyme aposide reductase. 60 years of its use, warfarin has remained a staple part of a treatment for clotting condition, helping in the treatment of countless people. Now we know the legacy of warfarin. Isn't it fascinating how it started from sweet clover hay to rat poison and then went on to become the most used oral anticoagulant medications in the world, saving hundreds of thousands of lives. Currently, with the advancement in technology and the development of newer oral anticoagulants, warfarin's clinical use may be reduced in the future, but its discovery remains one of the greatest medical breakthroughs of the century. So if you enjoyed our video and you like to see a similar video about the fascinating history, medical achievements or events that shaped the world we know today, then please subscribe our channel, and also please do like and share the video you enjoyed. Please comment if we missed some facts and details. And also please do comment the topic which you want us to make the video next time. Do follow us on our Twitter account, which is in the link in the description box below. So we'll come next time with a more interesting and informative video. Thank you.